Alright, so Tesla just refreshed the Model Y for 2026, and honestly, there's a lot more going on here than most people realize. This is not just a spec bump. Tesla made real, tangible changes to the car, and if you have been on the fence about it, this video is going to give you everything you need to make up your mind. Let's get into it first. Let's talk about how this thing looks, because the exterior is probably the biggest visual shift the Model Y has seen in years. Tesla borrowed heavily from the recently updated Model 3, and that means a more angular front fascia with matching lighting signatures. Consumer reports up front, you have got slim horizontal LED daytime running lights that stretch across the hood, cleaner, sharper, more modern. It's a look that has divided people online. And honestly, I get it. Some love it, some miss the rounder face. But in person, it looks a lot more intentional than the old version. We have mixed opinions on the updated front design, but the striking rear design is likely to garner more widespread approval, and it helps this new version stand out from all the older Model Y on the road. One small but noticeable exterior detail. The 20-inch wheel option with the Helix design now comes in dark gray rather than the lighter silver color from before. It sounds minor, but it makes the whole wheel arch area look noticeably more aggressive. Little details like that add up now. Let's talk powertrain, because this is still a fully electric vehicle. No gas, no hybrid. And the lineup has actually gotten more interesting for 2026. There are now 5 versions of the 2026 Tesla Model Y available, with entry-level versions in rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive. A premium tier also in RWD and AWD, and then the performance model sitting at the top. That's a lot of options, and the range numbers are genuinely impressive. Tesla claims a maximum of 357 miles of range, and even the performance model clears the 300-mile marker. So if range anxiety has ever held you back from going electric, the 2026 Model Y makes a pretty strong case. The long-range all-wheel drive model goes from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.2 seconds, outpacing competitors like the Hyundai Ioniq 5. And if you want the top-of-the-line performance trim, it's got that instant torque that just snaps you back in the seat. No revving, no waiting, just immediate, relentless pull. Unlike combustion engines, electric motors deliver their maximum torque instantly. Without needing to spin up, the result is that the AWD Model Y accelerates like a muscle car without the noise. That's something you genuinely have to feel to understand. Let's move inside, because the interior updates are where things get really interesting for 2026. The refreshed Model Y gets a more compliant ride, acoustic glass for a quieter cabin, upgraded interior materials, and in the mid-level premium trim and up, an 8-inch touchscreen for rear passengers. That rear screen is a big deal, especially for families. It comes with gaming capabilities, a godsend for parents with young kids on long drives. All Model Y premium trims now come with a black headliner, replacing the lighter material used across the old lineup. And this sounds like nothing on paper, but visually, it makes the whole cabin feel more premium, more cohesive. Combined with the white seat option, the contrast is actually stunning. It feels like a genuinely higher-end space than the previous version. There are new gear selector controls in the touchscreen, along with ventilated front seats, something the previous Model Y didn't have. If you've ever sat in a dark car on a hot summer afternoon, you'll know exactly why that matters. The main screen itself is the familiar 15-inch display, now running an updated processor for quicker functionality. The performance model gets an even larger 16-inch display, navigation, climate, streaming, mirrors, even the gear selector. It all lives here. There's still no Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, which is going to frustrate some people, and that's a fair criticism. Tesla just hasn't budged on that, and it doesn't look like they plan to anytime soon. Cargo space? The Model Y offers 33.1 cubic feet of storage, including a front trunk and hidden space under the rear load floor, surpassing the Mercedes-Benz E-Class SUV and coming close to the larger BMW iX. With power-folding rear seats that lie flat, it provides up to 76 cubic feet of space. For a compact SUV, that's genuinely a lot of room. It also tows up to 3,500 pounds with a Tesla-approved tow hitch, outperforming rivals like the Kia EV6, and for families needing more seats. The Model Y Premium AWD now has a 7-seat option, with 2 additional seats in the rear, Fair warning though, that third row is tight, really best suited for kids, on safety and driver assistance, even when parked and turned off. The Model Y uses its cameras through Sentry mode to capture any incidents near the vehicle, and a live camera feature lets you remotely check in on your car, honk the horn, or speak through the audio system. Full self-driving, Tesla's advanced driver assist system, is also available as a subscription or add-on, and while it's still supervised, it's come a long way. The most popular trim, the long-range RW, starts at $44,990. Step up to a WD, and you're at $48,990. There are currently no available federal incentives or rebates for the 2026 Model Y, so be prepared to pay full price. That's something worth factoring into your budget right now. So that's the 2026 Tesla Model Y refreshed design. A quieter cabin, rear passenger screen, ventilated seats, up to 357 miles of range, and a lineup that covers everything from a solid daily driver all the way up to a quick, family hauling AWD machine. If this video helped you out, hit that subscribe button. We cover new cars every week, and I don't want you to miss a single one. And before you leave, drop a comment down below. Would you go with the standard to save money, or stretch your budget for the long-range AWD? Tell me your pick, and why. I read every single comment.